What's the worst thing you've ever done? Be me. Raised by grandparents. Mostly mother's fault for being a drug-addled psycho bitch. Father not the most intelligent guy. Probably autistic, but nicest person ever. Never says no to anybody. Always there no matter what. Holds on to failing marriage and suffers until we graduate high school. He was afraid that we wouldn't understand even though we were being raised by grandparents. Through our lives, we mostly only see him on the weekends because that's his custodial rights by law. Welcome to hang out anytime he wants, but I don't think he ever really understood that. After divorce, he becomes rudderless, drifts about, and gets involved with druggies who use him. He never says no to anybody, always there no matter what. Even when he's not feeling well, he comes to help my grandma with stuff. This is my mother's mother, not his. When my grandpa was sick and dying of kidney disease, again, maternal, not his. He was always there when needed. Uncle, again, maternal, realizes he's on drugs and calls him out on it and treats him like a real brother would. Uncle, same one, dies of kidney disease like his father did. One of the few times I saw my father cry. Father starts developing red swelling in his nose. Loses his job shortly after. Everybody warns him that he should get it checked out. He won't because no insurance. Also doesn't want to lose money from his 401k that he took out. He's never had so much money before. He's always been poor. Swelling develops over the course of 4 years. It bleeds profusely at times, smells like death, and is rotting away on his face. Finally can't ignore it anymore. He goes to the doctor now that all of his money is gone. It's cancer. We all knew it was. We all told him it was. He never listened, and he never cared. Even while he was sick though, never says no to anybody. Always there no matter what. This includes his druggy friends he was still hanging out with. We found out later that he gave them almost all of his money so that they could pay rent. He needs emergency surgery for cancer. They amputate his nose and most of his face. While he's recovering in hospital, my grandmother, maternal, dies of COPD. When I told him, it was a massive gut punch. He couldn't even cry because of his face. Eventually, he goes home. Has to be fed with a pump through a tube directly to his stomach. Again, he's not the most intelligent guy. He can't figure out how to use the pump. So I go over to where he's living with his mother and my cousin every day for 10 months to set it up for him before he goes to sleep. Administer eye drops for him, keep him company, try to let him know that he's not alone. His mental state is not recovering. House is a complete mess. His room infested with bed bugs. Can't climb stairs to go in there anyway, thank God. Sleeps in the dining room of the ground floor on an inflatable bed. When he's hooked up to the machine, he just pisses into a vase and sometimes knocks it over onto the floor. Cousin yells at me because of it. She refuses to help him in any way, shape or form. I buy him a plastic urinal to use instead. Cousin now yelling at me because he's dumping it in the kitchen sink. WTF do you want me to do, you fucking bitch? I don't fucking live in this pigsty you call a house. Eventually, his mother dies. House goes to uncle, his brother. Is immediately put on the market as is because it still has a massive mortgage on it and it's a disgusting mess. Cousin says, lol, bye, and moves to Texas. I invite my father to move in with me since I have a house and he doesn't have to watch over his mother anymore. Brother and his fiancée who live in my basement are against it. Brother has a third ownership of the house though through inheritance. I overruled them because fuck them. My father never said no to anybody. He was always there, no matter what. It's my turn now. 10 more months go by. He's totally given up on everything. He gave up a long time ago. He's destroying my house, doing the things he did at his house. I'm afraid of bed bugs. There are biohazard messes everywhere. I'm driving myself crazy trying to clean up after him. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. He's dragging me down with him. I wanted to help him. I wanted to be there for him. But he's not the same man he used to be. This isn't my father anymore. I finally give in to my brother and his fiancée. We kicked my father out. I made my father homeless. He turns to the people he gave all the money to rent for. Most of them laugh at him. One takes him up on an offer to shack up in cheap hotels because she realizes he has disability income, which means money for drugs. From here, Dad stops by on Sundays to say hi and let us know he's doing okay. One week, he stops coming by. I reach out to see if he's okay. He responds, but it's not an affirmative. Day after my birthday, the cops show up at my door. They ask me to identify a man in a picture for them. That's my dad. He never said no to anybody. He was always there, no matter what. The whole world let him down, but I should have stuck it out just a little longer. It's my fault. You'll never convince me otherwise.
It's not your fault. I know. No, Stewie. It's not your fault. Don't do this to me, man. Not you, man. It's not your fault. Screw you. Cut it out, man. It's not your fault.